Yo, what's up, y'all? Thank you for checking me out. Welcome back to the channel. Yo, while I got y'all, can y'all do me a favor really fast? Really fast, really fast. I promise it's free too. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. Ready, set, go. Alright, word. But like I said, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's out there is being safe, staying healthy. I want to touch on a few things. The sports startups, NBA, NHL, MLB, and NFL. I think the league that's going to be more successful in this, I think, is going to be the NBA. That bubble is legit. The protocols are legit. And I think they are in the best position to succeed through this whole pandemic. I had my reservations because it was going to be in Florida. There's no higher hotspot than Florida right now. But that bubble's legit. You ain't going to catch a cold in that bubble. For real. For real. On top of that, they just basically players away from their families. Less ways of getting exposed. There's no way in, no way out unless you are a legit player or legit member of staff. Other than that, ain't no one getting in there. But on top of that, what is it? 22 teams gets reduced to 16 for the playoffs. 8-game it's 8-game regular season just to figure out seedings, but I think they're going to succeed, especially with everything going on in Florida. The NHL, they're holding their league in Canada, Toronto and Edmonton. They kind of got a two-bubble system. They call it a hub, but two locations. Was it 24 teams? Roughly about 50 people per team with players and staff. So that's roughly about 1,300 players, but split up in two locations. I think they're gonna work out too. It's all about people having a goal in mind. You guys are not going to these places to go to the club. You're not going to these places to, live a normal life. Like, it's not normal right now. So why would these players and staff go to these locations trying to live their normal life? It's not going to happen. As long as people have the same goal in mind, then they're going to be successful. So if you don't have a few Lou Williams on your team,
What an idiot.
want to go to a strip club for some chicken wings. Yeah, I went to a strip club to go some chicken wings too, Lou. Come on, be smarter than that, bro. But as long as you don't have a bunch of Lou Williams on your team, you're going to be all right. Come on, Lou. Really, Lou? Really? And then you're going to try to deflect. All right, I ain't even going to get into you, Lou. But, yeah, the NHL, I think as long as they know what's at stake, they're going to be good. Toronto, why not have it in Canada? Canada is one of the lowest cases in the world.
COVID cases.
Why not have it there? So I think the NHL is going to be good too. MLB, it's a little less restrictive. There's no bubble. There's no protocol really when you're out of the facilities. You leaving, going home to your families. Your families are hanging out with these people, and your kids are hanging out with these people. So what happened with the Marlins, it was just bound to happen. There's no protocol when you're out of work. They can control me when I'm at work, but when I'm out of work, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And we all know certain people are dealing with the pandemic their own ways. Some people still think It's not a big deal. Some people think it's a real big deal. I think it's a big deal. I don't go out much unless it's for essentials. You know what I'm saying? But some people don't care. So, and teach his own. They're not afraid of a deadly virus that has killed more than 150,000 people in the United States. Okay. But what about the next person who takes it a big deal? What about your teammate? What about your coach? What about, your coworker? They take it a big deal. It's not all about you guys. It's about everybody around you. It's a team. We come together as a team for one goal, and that's to try to compete and win a championship. But the MLB, it's a little different. More teams. Can't have everybody in the same location. Even with the 60-game regular season, it's just impossible. So these outbreaks are going to happen. And luckily, the Phillies, who the Marlins played, no one got infected. I thought for sure a few people were going to get infected. So thank goodness for that. But now the Marlins got to, quarantine for however 10 days or so or whatever it is. But it's just the MLB is literally just crossing their fingers, praying that they can get through these 60 games, get through the playoffs, get through the World Series, and, deal with the next year. And now the NFL. I remember when the coronavirus first started. March, April, like peak. All the experts. NFL's in a good situation. They don't start until late July, early August, September, and so forth. This is all going to be gone by then. Boy, were they wrong. Outbreaks on top of outbreaks on top of outbreaks. Numbers are flying. And the NFL is in a tough situation right now. They can say all they want about business as usual. We're going to play football. We're expecting a full season. Training camp starts on time. That's all good and well. But just because you guys are able to start training camp and so forth, doesn't mean that's how it's going to stay. Not only do you have over 1,600 players, well, it's going to be 1,600 when the season starts, but all it takes is one player
or staff member.
A locker room is what, 50 something players, 48 when the season kicks off. Like I said, it takes one person infects one person, that person gets affected, that person, then that team plays another team. And we all know football, contact sport, tackling, sweat, hands, the whole nine. Two teams get infected. They infect their families. It's just, I'm just really worried about the NFL because the NFL is so big, so many players and staff, and it's just impossible. People saying, well, how about a bubble? You can't do a bubble. It's just too many players, too many games, unless you want to try to pull what the UFC did and try to, buy an island or something, which is not going to, it's impossible because football fields on an island. Come on. But the NFL, I'm just really worried about the NFL, and I saw, people, giving players a hard time because players want to opt out. Listen, I get football's important to the fans, but these players are humans. They go back to their families. So who are you to be mad at a player because they're doing what's right for them and their families? Dante Hightower opted out today and the Patriots fans were killing him. Dante Hightower his wife just gave birth to his 2-week-old son. Dante Hightower's mother has stage 2 diabetes. It's not all about the player. It's not all about one person. It's the many people behind that they got to worry about too. And this virus is not a joke. I have a family member who recently passed from the virus. It's not a joke. And I commend any player who opts out. Oh, they're leaving this money on the table. No, they're not. It just gets pushed back to next year.
Fuck the money.
But I'm really worried about the season. I'm not getting my hopes up. Hopefully, I don't know. I really don't know. We just gotta wait and see. NFL is just too big. Too many players. Too many moving parts. And people are gonna go home. They're gonna encounter with their families, and we don't know what their families are doing. Some families just aren't as cautious as other families, and you gotta worry about your teammate. How your teammate's keeping the same end of his bargain as you are, So it's gonna be interesting to see how this all plays out, how everything shakes out. But salute to the NBA and the NHL for just picking a location and bringing all the players and all the staff there, because I think that's the smartest way to do it. I wish the MLB could have did something similar to that, but I get it. It's just tough, especially with outbreaks and God bless America. But that's my take. Let me know what you guys think. Will we have a football season? I don't know. Hopefully we do. I want to brag about my Colts when they start winning. What I'm saying, and make it to the Super Bowl. I want to be here to, rub it in your faces. But like I said, let me know what you think. Like and subscribe.
It's free.
Support your boy. All right. Be safe out there. Be good. And I'm out.